Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to transform a small villager house from this into this. So, as you can see, we've made a slight upgrade from the original version. The first version doesn't even really qualify as a house, if you ask me. I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that it's terrible. This version is definitely a little bit more suitable to live in, and I hope that you guys enjoy the Upgrading a Village series. If you do, please do slap that like on the video, please. I would really appreciate it. And legend has it, I'm just saying, I don't know whether this is true, legend has it that Santa will bring you a jetpack if you do hit that like button. Now, I can't guarantee it, but it's definitely worth a go. And also, if you do enjoy the content and this series, please do subscribe to the channel. And not only should you say hello, if you do subscribe down there in the comments, say hello, I'd love to welcome you. But also click that little bell next to the subscription button, and that will make sure that you actually get the videos from the channel sent directly into your sub box, other than what they do now, which is just kind of sometimes show up. Kind of sometimes. That's way more than enough talking, guys. Why don't I actually show you how to transform this lovely little villager house? Okay, so if you want to transform it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some oak wood stairs, some oak wood slabs, some spruce wood stairs, some spruce wood slabs, some white stained glass, some cobblestone stairs, and some cobblestone slabs. However, we will need loads more than just this. You can see everything that we have in the inventory, and we may even need more than that. So you might want to take a second, grab everything that you see, and once you do have it, we're now ready to transform a small villager house. So this is the smallest out of the villager houses. It looks exactly like this. There is a slight variation to these in which some of them don't have steps out in front, but that's okay. So if they don't have a step, add a step coming all the way into the house. If they already have one, then that's great. Okay, this is what we want to do. First of all, we want to add an oak wood left and right of the step that goes up into the house. We also want to construct, coming out of the four corners of the house, we want to have rows of 4 oak wood coming up from the corners. So from each outer corner, we want to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and also the back 2 corners as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and also 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. So we've raised up each one of those corners. What we then want to do is we want to take the front set of oak wood, and we want to do this. We want to connect them together diagonally. That means taking the left hand oak wood, and it means doing 3 upright diagonals, 1, 2, and 3, and it means taking the right one and doing 2 upper left diagonals. That's 1 and 2, like this. That's the front. We want to do the same on the back. So on the back, take this left one, we do 3 upper right diagonals. That's 1, 2, and 3, and then we do bottom right diagonals, or we can meet it in the middle starting from the other side. But that is what you want to do, and that will create the frame for the roof. Next thing we want to do is this. So I'm just going to clear the grass here out in front of the house, something that I probably should have done before the video, but what can you do? And we now want to do this. So we want to take the cobblestone left and right of the entrance, and we want to take the second cobblestone, the third cobblestone, and the fourth cobblestone coming up from the bottom, and we want to delete them. So coming up from the bottom to the top, we want to delete them. We want to place, in this order, we want to place an upside down spruce wood stairs on top of this cobblestone that we have at the bottom, then a white stained glass block with a spruce wood stairs on top. We want to do that on the left and the right. So we want to place the upside down stairs, glass, and then regular stairs on top. Now, that will allow us to delete the entrance, which is this oak wood entrance. Delete the oak wood and replace it with cobblestone. So, maintaining the same shape, delete that, replace it with cobblestone. As a matter of fact, we'll take the top of the cobblestone entrance, and we will place a row of oak wood stairs across the top instead, and we will extend the oak wood stairs outwards by 1 row using the oak wood slabs. And then we'll grab our spruce wood fence and our wooden buttons. We'll place wooden buttons in front of the oak wood at the bottom of the entrance, and we will connect the entrance together using spruce fence, connecting the top of the entrance down to the bottom, like this. we now want to, above the entranceway here, we want to take this row of oak wood that exists and we want to replace it with a row of upside down cobblestone stairs. This will fit the shape of the entrance quite nicely, and it will now allow us to place, we're going to want to place a glass just behind this. So we just want to place a glass just behind on top of that, which means that we now, can you see what we've done here? We have the glass occupying this empty space here, whereas otherwise it would have been unoccupied. We also want to place a wooden trap door just below the window that we've created, like that. Now, what we want to do is we want to take out our cobblestone stairs and our oak wood stairs, and we want to, starting from the side of this build, we want to place a cobblestone stairs on the left hand side of this build, and we want to taper upwards using our cobblestone stairs until we reach the top, and we want to place a cobblestone slab right at the top of this build, and we want to come all the way back down on the opposite side using our cobblestone stairs, which is actually a little bit silly, and I'll show you why in a second. But we now want to extend the cobblestone stairs forwards by one row, coming across the front of the build now, so it now overhangs the front of the build where it didn't previously, like this. We also want the cobblestone slab to overhang, and now we want to do upside down oak wood stairs underneath the cobblestone stairs, including the top as well, where we have the slab. So we want to have something which should look like this, which looks ever so slightly dark at the moment. We will absolutely change that once we add light to the build. But can you see what we've done here? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you won't have any trouble in seeing what's been done. Now, what we want to do is we want to, with our oak wood stairs, we want to knock out, can you remember the rows of 4 oak wood that we placed? Knock out the 2 middle blocks and place a regular facing oak wood stair and an upside down one above it. So we want to have something which should look like that. This creates a massive amount of depth in the house. Now you can see how this house really gets its charm. It's all about depth and ridges. So once you've done that, we now have to model the back of the house a little bit as well. So if we now come to the back of the villager house, that is most of the front done. We will do a little bit more later. But coming down back to the back of the house now, what we want to do is this. It's very simple. So at the back of the house, as I clear some of the grass, and I did accidentally destroy a block, I'll actually have to replace that because it is meant to be cobblestone, I do believe. At the back of the house, you have this small window, right? You want to take the bottom of the window and you want to place an upside down oak wood stairs where the center oak wood used to be. You want to left and right of the window, we want to knock out the top and bottom blocks left and right of the window, and we want to place upside down spruce wood stairs in the bottom, and we want to place regular facing spruce wood up top. We want to place white stained glass block in between them, and if we can grab it, if you want to use it, it's kind of up to you, we can use white stained glass pane instead of the regular old boring glass that we had there previously. We also want to knock out this row of oak wood that we have above the window, and we want to replace it with cobblestone. We also want to place glass just above the cobblestone to give us a window. This is most of the back of the house. We want to place underneath the left hand side and right hand side of the window an upside down spruce wood stair. Directly above the window, a row of spruce wood slabs. We also want to place a spruce wood fence connecting the window down to the bottom, like this. Now, we want to knock out the 2 center blocks of oak wood, the 2 rows of 4, we want to knock out the 2 center blocks, the bottom block wants to be replaced with a regular facing oak wood stair, and the upper one wants to be placed with an upside down oak wood stair, like this. Now, I'm going to place wooden buttons in front of the bottom oak wood of the house, like this. Now it's time for us to make a little bit... No, it's not. It's not time for us to do the roof, and I'll show you why in a second. But this is most of the back of the house. We do have just a little bit more to do later, but we'll get to that later. So, come to the right-hand side of the house now. So, this is the right-hand side of the house. we're actually going to make this look as close to the back of the house as possible. So we're going to take the window, replace it with white stained glass pane. We're going to take the bottom of the window and replace it with upside down oak wood stairs. We're going to take the bottom blocks underneath the left and right of the window and place upside down oak wood stairs. We're going to place 2 cobblestone fence just above each one of those oak wood stair, and we'll also do a row of spruce wood slabs that spans left to right across the house like this. Now, once you've got that taken care of, we have to add a few more things, but you guys are keeping up. We now want to move over to the opposite side of the house. So this side. This side is a little bit different, and here's why. We have a chimney. So this chimney looks like this. It is in line with the back row of the window here, so this row of oak wood. It starts on the ground, and it is in total a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a row of 7 cobblestone block coming up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in front of that, we have a row of 6. And in front of that, we have a row of 5. We also, going left of this, want to have a chimney that is 1 row shorter in every regard than the previous row. So we want to have a construct that looks like this. However, that's not everything. We want to grab the cobblestone wall and stone slabs. We want to take the top of the chimney. We want to place a cobblestone wall with a stone slab on top. That's a nice little chimney pot. And we also want to grab these stone brick stairs. So we're going to replace some random blocks, the cobblestone, with stone brick stairs. We also want to do the same thing on the side of the chimney, replacing some blocks with regular facing stone brick stairs, some upside down stone brick stairs. We want to add character to the chimney, and you can also do the same with stone brick, and you can do the same thing with cobblestone. And you just want to achieve an effect that looks like this. Far more interesting than just a regular chimney. On this side of the house, we will also have flowers, but we'll talk about that in a mo. We need the cobblestone, we need the oak wood stairs, and we also need the cobblestone slabs and the cobblestone stairs for this next part. So it's time to put on the roof, right? The roof is on the outer part of the roof. This is why it was a bit silly of me to make the first row of this cobblestone, because it's kind of wrong. The first part of the roof and the side of the roof is made out of cobblestone stairs, and the part that overhangs is cobblestone. However, the middle part of the roof is oak wood stairs. So you want to make the middle part of the roof oak wood stairs, you want to make the outer part of the roof cobblestone stairs. It's pretty easy. You guys will be able to figure that out. And you want to do the same thing on the sides, or you want to do the same thing as you do on one side to the opposite side. So make sure that whatever you do is equal. You will simply have to navigate around the chimney. So however you want to do that, I'm fine with that looking that way, actually. That looks fine to me. However you want to do that is completely up to you. So if you want, you can have the roof kind of like merge with it. You might have to knock some blocks out. You might have to alter the chimney in some way, or you could have the chimney feed through. You could have it like a little bit wider so that it comes into the house. I personally like just building the roof around it. Like, I like to build the chimney, then leave it as it is and build around it, rather than kind of like build it into the house even more, because that's how I like to do things, but that's completely up to you. The center of the roof at the top is cobblestone slab, and once again, it overhangs the house by 1 row. Underneath the overhang, we have the upside down oak wood stairs, like this. This house looks so dull without any light in it. That is the back of the roof. That's the front of the roof. Let me add some light to this place, just so that we can actually see this thing properly. Redstone lamps are what I'm going to... We still have the original roof. On the inside, you have to knock through the original roof to access the new, better roof. And I'm going to put a layer of redstone lamps up at the top, and I'm going to put a lever right in the center of them, and that will light things up spectacularly. As you can see, the house is 10 times brighter already. Some things that we're now going to do, we're going to take out our grass block and some wooden trapdoors and some buttons and some poppies. We're going to place in any space that we have around the house, to make it a bit squarer, we will place some grass blocks. On top of the grass blocks, I'm going to place poppies, simply because they're my favourite flower. I'm also going to place in front of the little flower pots that I'm making, like flower bed, however you want to call them. I'm going to place wooden trapdoors, and it's going to brighten the house up a nice amount. It brightens up the outside. It adds literally light, like as you can see, it literally lights it up a little bit. It adds light, it adds colour. Poppies are my favourite. They are a welcome addition to the house. Also, I'm going to place a door on the house. Believe it or not, this thing has a door. I like the door to be set one row backwards. The door does look dark here, so if you do want it to be set one row forwards, in which the door doesn't look like, in which the door now looks like, that's completely up to you. Some optional additions to this is to add some web just above the house. You might want to add a little bit of a web, and you might even want to add some more stuff. That doesn't look very smoky, does it? There we go. Smoky enough. So you might want to add some web in the form of smoke. And you might also want to add something like this out in front of the house. You might want to add a little bit of a walkway, or, you know, something outside the house, kind of like make it stand out a little bit more, have a nice little path. Completely up to you. If you were to do that, it might look a little something like this, that maybe like you'd use in the ground some dark oak, some like spruce wood, like to have a little bit of a path here. And you might, maybe you could even abolish the buttons that we have here. And you could... Actually, I don't want to abolish the buttons. I want to put the buttons back because I really like those. You could even have like a little... you could have like oakwood stairs here and here. Or maybe facing the opposite way like this. And you could kind of like have a little bit of water out in front of the house as well. And you could then, if you so chose... That's milk. Unfortunately, I can't use that. You might want maybe just a little bit of water outside the house. Maybe that's your jam, or maybe you'd like some artificial grass in the form of like lime hardened clay, and maybe you'd like to put a little fence gate on in front of your house. Will that connect? Yeah, you might want to add that. And then if you kind of want to blend the house in a little bit, you might want to add some grass path. I'm a massive fan of grass path. I think it looks great, especially for more rustic style builds like this. I think that looks fantastic. However, it doesn't meld well always with everything else, so we're going to just place that there. And we're going to make this path a little bit bigger if you just want to meld it into your village a little bit. And then if you're doing that, you're probably going to want to establish slightly bigger boundaries around the house. You might want to add some spruce wood slabs here on the left, and which would probably border the entirety of the house. I'm not 100% recommending this. I'm just saying that this is something you could do if you wanted to. If you wanted to set like little borders going around the house. And then you would have a nice little garden out front. You'd have a fence gate. You could even then, if you wanted to add it, now once again, you don't have to do any of this stuff. If you wanted to add it, you could have a little bit of a fence on the left and right. Not 100% necessary. And you could even have, let's say, like a little flower pot. What flower am I into at the moment? Ah, it's the orange tulip. I don't know why I'm into it. Maybe like an orange tulip out front or something. And wherever you find that you have empty space that could be utilized a little bit more, maybe like a button or so, could really like spruce up the area. And there you go. Like if you wanted to make the make this path a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more villagery. You can't have the. That's a real shame. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to replace this with wood, which isn't my first choice, but what can you do? So we can have that wood there, and there you go. And now a villager lives here. Look at that. He's adopted. Get in there, friend, Mr. Leather Worker. Come on, I'm just gonna open it. Okay, all right, fine. You can leave. But yeah, that's a nice little easy change that you can make to this house if you want to make it look just a little bit nicer on top of what we've already done. Completely up to you. And then of course the inside is, well, it's up to you. The inside is yours, of course. But what I would suggest doing, since you do have a chimney, I would highly suggest having like a furnace built into the wall with like a cobblestone stair, so the chimney makes a little bit more sense. You may even want to add like a little fire surround in the form of like stone slabs. Nah, that's stupid. But you guys get the idea. You could even like add like just like cobblestone stairs, like leading all the way up, just so that it does actually look like a chimney. Adding beds and crafting tables and stuff is an obvious way to make this house a little bit homier. You can add whatever you like a crafting table here, and like a maybe like what am I looking for? Like an anvil here, like just to make the house a little bit more homey. Do whatever you want to the inside, of course. There's not that much room, so it doesn't matter that much. But this is the house, guys. This is the house upgraded. I hope that you like this one. I spent quite a bit of time upgrading this house, and I think that I've done a really good job, actually. I think that this one looks really, really amazing. I wanted a completely different feel from the villager hut that I upgraded, so I think I've definitely achieved that, and I think that we've got something that does look just a little bit better. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this series, please do give this video a like. I'd really, really appreciate that. I honestly would. It helps the channel grow. It might even help this series grow if you do hit that like button. And you never know, you might get that jetpack. I'm just saying, it's not going to happen. But you could get a jetpack in the future, maybe if we fast forward in time just a little bit. Subscribe if you do enjoy the channel, if you enjoy the series, if you enjoy the videos, do subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And not only should you say hello if you're brand new, subscribe down in the comments, I'll say hello back, probably. Also do click that little bell next to the subscription button, and that'll make sure that you actually get the video sent straight through to your sub box, because we don't want you missing any, do we? Nah, that'd be awful. So that's pretty much everything. If you do want to check out all of the other transforming videos, this is a villager hut that I transformed. So a regular village hut, distinction between hut and house, looks like this. That's a regular village hut. And we very subtly changed it into something that looks like this, or even this, like it's the same build. So we made a very slight improvement. However, with the villager house, since it is a house, I wanted to make a bit more of an impact, a bit more of a statement. We've basically took the original, we've just made it about 100 times better, so... Oh, and we've also improved a blacksmith as well on the channel. This is the blacksmith. This looks awesome, by the way. I'm very proud of this. This is, I mean, I don't have an old blacksmith to show you, but this is the new one, and well, it looks a little bit better. If you do want to check out any more of the channel, other than just all of these videos, I'm going to sort them into a playlist, the Upgrading a Village playlist. You can check out the cards and the description below, and it'll show you how to make things like this. So, this is my public park. It hasn't fully loaded yet because it's so big, but if you went into the card system in the description below and you found the Park Builds playlist, you'd find every single one of these tutorials in that playlist, and even more. And if none of these things were your thing, if you wanted to work on a city which hasn't had much done to it recently, but it will eventually get bigger and bigger, you'd check out the Real World Buildings playlist, and you'd find all sorts of playlists that will show you how to make stuff that you can see on the ground in front of you, like normal everyday buildings, like Domino's Pizza, train stations, supermarkets, barbershops, coffee shops, music shops, churches, stuff like that. And if you wanted to make more houses, well, there's no lack of those. We have very recently on the channel, as recent as yesterday, we built my actual house with a few minor adjustments to it. You could find that in like the probably like the house builds playlist or the suburban house playlist, and you could find like this house, this is a modern mansion, in the quartz house playlist, and you could find like Christmas houses down there, and you can also find more quartz houses and more suburban houses and even more quartz and even more suburban. And this is actually a pink mansion, which is categorized, I categorized it as a suburban house, but this is like a pink Barbie mansion, and even so, this is another Christmas house. You guys get the idea. Explore the card system, explore the channel, explore the description below. I hope you enjoyed the video, I really did. Like and subscribe if you did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I really do hope you get that jetpack.